like that, we have a pretty fun family.
Yeah, a pretty big one as well.
That's why I like it so much.
Model.
I wish we didn't have to do anything dangerous.
My internet.
I just want to keep traveling the world with you guys the way we are right now.
You okay?
Oh, it's nothing. Actually, I think I'm gonna go practice with Hootle for a bit. Hootle, let me know if you sense anything. I want to go back to bed.
Was it in here?
A dead end?
No, there's an elevator. Looks operational.
I hope I'm going the right way. Still? Oh yeah, okay.
I can't believe there's actually an underground harbor here. There are even boats docked.
I only see Dahnans. Think they were forced to work here?
You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind. We damn near got blown away. She was that much in a hurry.
Damn! So we missed her!
You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We don't know. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the water before? The sea ain't nobody's friend, you know. You need a sea dog like me, or you'll sink her before she makes it out the harbor.
We're losing time. Sir, we're in your debt.
Now that's more like it. Name's Mahavar. Just give me a holler when you're all set and we'll set sail.
Sure.
This is like a dream come true. Never gotten to captain a ship before. Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Of course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Dahnans on that ship?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's supposed to be something of another castle, I'd reckon they probably wouldn't let a bunch of Dahnans on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Till then, you're all free to do whatever. Just don't fall in the ocean.
I know Mahavar said we could take it easy, but there's not exactly a lot to do on this boat. I guess I'll check in on everyone and see how they're holding up.
Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almeidrea, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cyslodia's Dahnans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Saar has people like Deadeye. But then there are people like Law and Shion. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almeidrea. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But
what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well, I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almeidrea when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Shion mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Shion's... She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from?
Personal experience, probably.
I wonder how it feels. Not being able to hold another person's hand.
Oh, I talked to Shion.
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almeidrea?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegis.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegis. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved.
To make it more
Perhaps
interesting,
they
probably.
see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what Almeidrea did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almeidrea do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almeidrea resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Dahnans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Saar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Dahnan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
I took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
At least you're not traveling in a bathtub.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again. Heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, and there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almeidrea, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
You don't look so good. Are you all right?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it?
Yeah, this seems like one of the group.
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almeidrea were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niez was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadheim?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Dahnans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Dahnans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Dahnans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us. But nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for a moment, you may be able to free the Dahnan people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almeidrea did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Dahnans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadheim's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfon tell it, Deadheim wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Megal, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Shion.
Not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Dahnans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
Yay, livestock maturity.
Lean much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almeidrea's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cyslodia. The lush green glades of Menancia. The harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually manage to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Dahnans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along, At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Dahnans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Dahnans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shionne.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dahna. Always.
Mushy, sappy stuff.
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shionne?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise.
Something's up.
You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almeidrea. I'll ask Mahvar.
Hey, talk to this person. Talk to that person.
Look who's up! Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
Oh, great.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Let's return to chimeras. I used to think it was a chimera, but...
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almeidrea.
Yay, dungeon ship.
She...
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah. The biggest one in all of Mahag-Sar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelzelik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almeidrea plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute...
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought I was a goner.
Balsef's brute strength was in a league all its own. Yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Dahnan in origin.
Shion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half.
Probably get your memory back.
The idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.
Okay, another cutscenes? Thank you. Yes, I hear you, big boy in the background. Yay! Life bottles.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Engaging! Swordblade Alpha!
You're finished!
You're finished! Pull away! I'm going in! Bring him down!
There! Go! Nothing gets by me!
All finished! You're it now!
Masquerade!
No escape! An astral art?
That's my cue. I never miss.
Shut him down. You're finished.
Here do it. Here I go. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
There.
No! You're mine! You're finished!
Evil Dawn. Deal to it.
Forward slot! Miss him! Blow away! I'm on it!
Burning.
Take this! It's over! Eat this!
Dang it, Law.
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Hi, Poodle.
I see one, eh?
Take this. Sleep now. Burning. More burn.
You're mine! Locked and loaded! Miss him!
Nothing gets by me! Far enough!
Its armor's too strong. It'll split it open! Be my guest!
Here it goes.
Take this!
Confiscated.
Dragon Take this! Sword Rain Avalon! Take this! You're finished! Radiant Slash!
Radiant! If it's in the sky, you're gone! Razor Cyclone! Tunnel! Now!
Sword Rain Avalon!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Don't get complacent.
Huh?
Got it! That went well.
Are you okay? You're not too tired, are you?
Nope, I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
I can't jump to dust? What the heck?
We seem to have come across something a little unusual.
I really do believe you.
I had a bad feeling about this.
You got it! Never won't save you! My shield! Take down their defenses! Now you'll learn!
Hear me!
The enemy wields armor too.
You'll soon see about that.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Here I come! I'm on!
Ready to go!
Try harder! It's on! I owe you one! Eat this!
I'm on a roll, man! Denied!
Lunar correction!
Pieces! Attack time!
I can carve through armor!
Here, let me help.
Sword Rain Avalon!
Raging Cascade! Glacial Spear!
It's over!
Radiant Spear! Lightning Canal! Field!
Now I'm in the groove to handle this.
Your bitch one!
Do it, Kisara!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
No choice! You're mine! Ignite!
No shield can stand up to these two!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Claw! My turn! Strike!
Talon
Sword Rain Alpha! I'm not Sword Rain Alpha! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Looks like we won.
Ah! What are you red for?
It's on! Stop them!
Out there! Far enough!
Got you now! Here I come! It's over!
More with that healing
You're mine! You're finished!
Lightning orb!
Here I come!
Dance in the
You're
wind!
finished!
In the air! Ready!
Rising light!
That freaking does it!
Not today! You!
Where are you going? That's enough! More where that came from!
In a bind?
Him and Flame of Fury!
It's over!
Glacial Spear! Here they go! Freeze Laser!
It's over! What did I say? No escape!
In here!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Lunar Corruption! Quiver Dragon! By the power of Florida! Annihilation! Lightning Orb!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Ready and raring! Now you see what I can do!
Take this!
Eat this! I'll run you through!
Here I come! Take this, you
And over the captor!
Take this!
Shining
All mine! Not today! You're mine! You're finished! Now or never!
I'm only going
In a bind?
Here goes! Not in your dreams! Annihilation!
It's over!
Primed and ready!
I'll finish you
Here,
here
this
now!
one's mine!
I'll tear you apart!
Sleep now! I'll
Try
do
harder! Now!
Almost
Take
there!
it! You're finished!
Healing
Sword Rain Alpha!
Nothing gets by me!
Do it! I owe you Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops! With this, I can become even stronger!
Never seen anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from. This is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
Hi, Hoodle!
It's over!
Big Blast!
Here I come!
Lightning
Sword
Orb!
Rain Hit time! Ignite!
That gun out of your hand!
Here I come!
Eat this! Armor won't save you!
My Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops!
Glacial Spear!
Not again! I'm not done! You're on!
Saving this one!
You're finished!
More for the sun!
Take this! You're finished! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I'm ready for the next battle!
There's a lot going on in there.
Let's dispose of the trash.
In a bind?
Thunderfield!
Eat dirt!
I'll be saving this healing one!
Leave the charges to me.
Thunderfield! Here go! More
It's over!
Freeze Lancer!
Down!
Another rocket down!
Where are you going?
You're mine! It's over!
Corruption!
Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Blue escape! Whirl away! Raining slash!
Now I'm in the groove.
You're mine!
Take this. In a bind?
Take this! You're finished!
Eat this!
You're finished! Not today! Here I come!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Don't get complacent.
These don't seem like your run-of-the-mill Zeugles the Renans usually keep around.
Indeed. I believe it's safe to assume these were used in her experiments.
They certainly look as twisted as her.
Even here.
I remember seeing instruments just like this back in Estaluva Forest.
Looks and smells like some kind of medicine.
Whatever this place was used for, I doubt it was anything of repute.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
For my lord! Take this! It's over!
I'll finish you here and now.
Take this!
I'll have to take my revenge on you!
I see one, eh?
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
The enemy hears us too.
You'll soon see about that!
Strong!
Split it open!
Be my guest!
Not on my watch!
You're finished!
Hear me! Time of fury!
Not done!
Glacial spear! Here's for the
My
mother!
deal? Do as I say! Not yet! Finished! You're mine!
Go
away!
Seal!
Now!
Now!
Here I am!
All stopped up! Annihilation!
You're mine! It's over! Sword Rain Alpha!
Now! Glimmer Flare!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Glacial spear!
Now!
Here's evil!
Here I come!
Air
You're
drop!
finished!
Freeze Lancer!
Take this!
Whirlwind Snap! I'll finish you here and now. In a bind?
All stopped
Cut
up!
back! This one's all mine! New escape! Ignite! Take this! You're finished!
Anything in armor is all mine.
You're mine! You're finished! Cut back, will ya?
All good.
Here I come!
Here
You're
goes!
finished!
Confiscated!
You're mine! You're finished! Take this! Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
I'm ready!
Eat this!
Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
I never miss!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Here's a hero in the wind!
I'll
First
see
air
you
heal!
with back! You're mine!
I'll be saving you! Reload!
Take this! You're finished!
Prepare to be seen.
Ignite! You won't make a fool of me!
Gets by me.
Light astral dance in the wind!
I owe you one!
Air drop! Radiant go do it! Dance in the wind!
River!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
What are you guys? This is not chasing me down.
Now you'll learn!
In a bind?
Here
Here I come! I won't show you any mercy! You got spirit!
Now you flying freak! Why can't they just sit still?
Xion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
What's this?
Try harder! Myself! An astral arch?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Gemini Aqua!
Take this!
Here, let me help!
Here I come! It's over! It's time! Burn!
Let the marksman handle this!
It's over!
Whoever is on next!
Here I come! It's over!
Now I'm in the groove!
Take this!
Chinese Supernova! Lunar Rocket! Lamb Blast! Air Thrust! Here, let me help!
Leave the charges to me!
Raging Portal!
Raining Slash!
Ready and ready!
Here!
I can carve through armor! Can't get out of this! That freaking does it!
I'll
This
show
is
you
looking
just
good.
how strong my arms really are! Not in your dreams! Eagle Dawn! Lightning condemned!
You picked the wrong fight!
Swallow dance!
Struck!
Radiant Here!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Here, let me help!
Here I come!
I'll finish you
You're
here and
finished!
now!
Blow away!
If it's in the sky, it's mine! Where are you going?
Dragon Shout!
Into the fray!
Eagle Assault!
Sword Rain Alpha!
I'm all stuffed up!
Now,
Try harder! Now!
Here's a healer!
I'm not done!
Gale Force!
now you see what I can do!
It's over! No further!
Eat
I
this!
have no limits! It's time! You picked the wrong fight! Sword Rain Alpha!
Glimmer Blade!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Will this help?
Lewis!
Lightning Raging
It's over!
Lost, you alright?
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'll be okay.
Lunar Blast! Lightning! Here, let me help. First aid!
I'm on it! Lost
Here
my
goes!
focus!
Searing Flame! Confiscated! Reload! I'm ready! Thunder Field!
Swallow dance!
Where are you going? Raging Cascade!
Here I come!
Eagle Assault!
Here, let me help.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Watch this! See what happened there as you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
Try harder! It's time! Ha! Eat dirt!
I'm on it! I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara.
Far enough! Glimmer Blade!
Strike! No further!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'm on a roll!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
How much longer will our healing arts last?
Gotta break through! You're mine!
Now you see what I can do!
It's over!
I felt fine not too long ago.
Strike! Sword Rain Alpha!
Hey, let's
Strike!
Gale
You're
Force!
finished!
Fang Blast!
Lewis! You got fired!
I've got it! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours! Here I
Eagle
come!
Assault! Whirlwind Smash!
You're mine!
I'm pretty worn out.
Wanna rest up for a bit?
freeze. Get in, get out.
I see one, eh? Take this!
You think that feels okay?
Take this!
Its armor's too strong.
Split it open! Hitting like this!
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis!
The enemy wields arcs too.
You'll soon see about that!
Denied.
Astaroth's in
More where
pain.
that came from!
No further. Do it.
Air blast! Astral energy!
Say no more!
I'm reaching my limit, you guys.
Damn. Guess we better be extra careful.
Little help!
Now you'll learn!
Now you see what I can do.
You're mine!
A showdown between blade and fist.
I can't heal you forever.
You're mine! You're finished!
I'll tear
Take
you
this!
apart.
This one's all mine! You're mine!
Leave the ensnaring to me. And the pummeling to me.
It's over!
More for the time! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Talon storm.
Here I go. You're mine.
You're mine! You're finished! It's over!
Not on my watch!
You're mine! It's over!
Radiant Blast and Rend!
Take it! Try harder!
This one's mine.
My turn! Oh, no!
The earth throbs in pain.
In a bind.
Take it! I can feel my power growing!
I don't know where I've been.
Do you sense one of your friends, Noodle?
A barrier. That may indicate Almadria is near.
And we've got to find a way to get through somehow.
Let's see if we can find something that'll release it.
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
If we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almadria sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't Almadria's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
No.
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegis?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegis and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almadria may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky?
Oh, yeah.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almeidrea. What's this thing?
Dang it.
Go no further!
You're mine!
Engaging! Fuck you, they.
You've got spirit!
I'll smash you!
Damn it, Satan! Take this!
Here, let me help. I can't heal you forever. Astral energy!
That freaking does it! I'm on it!
It's over!
Helen
Here, hands in the wind!
Rip and tear!
I'll be saving this one.
Eat that!
Lunar corruption!
You're finished!
Do you require
Set it
help?
up!
Here I come!
I wonder if I'm as strong as my dad was.
One day I think you'll surpass him.
I wonder when.
An opponent like this should be easy. For my lord! You're mine! You're finished! You're mine! You're finished!
Nothing gets by me!
It's almost too strong.
Split it open!
Be my guest. Eat this! Take this!
Nail it in the groove!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Lightning! Downfall!
Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up. Anything in armor at all?
Long! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Well then, let's keep moving.
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
choice. Now you'll learn.
This one's mine.
Eat this! Damn it! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
You're mine!
Now I'm in the groove.
I'm not done! Rain Alpha! Look sharp! Lightning Thunder Blade! Now! No escape!
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah, and the pummeling to me.
You're mine!
Leave the torches to me.
Blow away! You're finished!
Can't get out of this.
Burn!
Do it, Lock!
Demons descend. Flashing bang.
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shionne.
Guess what was in there.
Go no further!
Got you now! Raining flash! My shield! You're finished! We're not finished!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Now! You're mine! Come
Where are
quietly!
you going?
Sword Rain Alpha!
Here, let me help.
First strike!
First aid!
Strike!
Dance in the wind!
Try hard! It's on!
Thrust!
Not today! You won't make a fool of me! It's over!
Can't get out of this.
I'm on it!
First aid! First aid! Lightning
Ready to go. Rip and tear.
Thunder blade!
Far enough.
Equal soul! Lunar breath! I'm all stopped up! Annihilation!
Take this! Sword Rain Alpha!
Eat this.
What is
this?
Can't feel you all!
Eagle fly.
Any more of this and I'll burn out.
I can carve through armor.
Why not in your dreams?
I'm on it!
You're done.
This one's all mine! Burn!
I'll heal you all! Raging
Go
storm!
away!
Healing
You're mine!
thunder puddle! Light astral energy! Lunar corruption!
Finish! I'll keep
Lunar
you
blast! Astral energy!
Say no more.
I'm reaching my limit, you guys.
Damn. Guess we...
Yeah, they're gonna take on that fight next time.